state is under assault. There's an attempt at ethnic cleansing in all the riverine states of Nigeria. We must resist it. The armed forces are not neutral. They collude. They collude. They collude with the armed bandits that kill people, kill Nigerians. They facilitate their movements. They cover them. If you are depending on the armed forces to stop the killings, you will all die.
Local government. As far as Christians are concerned, we don't want the military in Mangu local government. They should pack at their load and go. We don't want them. We don't need them and we don't want them. Because it's a plan. They have been bought. They have been paid with the price to carry out their duty, what they are doing.
On Christmas Day, the Nigerian Christians in Plateau State were overrun by the Fulani terrorists. An attack that caught the eyes of everyone, even the world leaders, of which the Pope called on the President of Nigeria to end the killing. Meanwhile, the President, on his New Year message to Nigerians, failed to address the issue or even visit the scene, rather head to Imo State for a political function. This caused a lot of reactions because when you look at this particular president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, before he came as the president, he was able to tour almost the 36 states of the federation. He was able to convince the people to vote for him. Now that people are being killed by armed bandits, he couldn't visit them. Some people say that it's not necessary. But then it was necessary for him to visit those same places when he needed their votes.
For me to be here in Imo State, to congratulate the entire people of Imo State.
Of Plateau has the terrain, and a curfew was declared in Mangu local government with the deployment of the Nigerian military. Has anything really changed? Still attack going on in those local government that curfew has been declared on. Village were still overrun, which led to the reinforcement by the community youth to defend themselves, just like the governor of the state once said.
Go to the market and buy AK-47, RPG, and all these kind of weapons.
We all remember how the governor of Katsina State once said that Nigerians should be licensed, to defend themselves.
What of people that are supposed to protect themselves? They should equally be. These people are holding it illegally. We are trying to hold it legally. Why can't the government allow people to have this thing so that they can equally confront the challenges?
Will that ever happen? That the Nigerian government will license Nigerians to defend themselves? We don't see that coming at all. Now, you can see the video playing, seeing how those youth now started going after the Fulani, of which personally I'm not in support of what they did there, killing their cows. There are some of those people who are rearing their cow. They are not actually the one perpetrating this evil. Some are not. So killing their cows is not the thing here. We should be law-abiding, but then, when you push somebody to the wall, you don't actually know what will happen next. He may turn to bite you, and anyway he bites you, so be it. One of the most surprising issues in this insecurity that has ravaged Nigeria over the time is that the South is where there is no terrorist activities going on, like what is happening in the far north and the middle belt as well as the northwest. But we continue to see more of the Nigerian army neutralizing the people of Biafra who are asking for self-governance, of which it can be done on a round table. Continue to deploy your force to the southeastern region because of their determination to have their own kind of government. I don't think it really makes any sense. Well, that we see military action is the north and the middle belt, but then we keep seeing this action in the eastern part of the country where the real terrorists in the north are being released back to the society in the name of repentant terrorists. We saw just a few days ago where over 1,000 repentant Boko Haram were released back into the society. Now, if you ask me, for somebody who went ahead to kill an army officer, kill a general, killed innocent Nigeria, is now being rehabilitated and returned back to the community, for what reasons? Then, some people begin to ask questions, like this picture you are saying now. Well, Nnamdi Kanu was caged, and you see the position in the prison for the bandits and that for the Boko Haram, and it's empty. People are beginning to ask questions. Why are we seeing repentant Boko Haram, repentant terrorists being released back to the community? Then what happened to the court order to release Nnamdi Kanu? What happened to the court order to stop the, whatever that is happening with the Biafra and even some agitators like Sunday Igboho from the southwest region? But you continue to see repentant Boko Haram being released back into the society. Does it make any sense to anyone at all? Army General T Y Danjuma once alleged that what is going on in Nigeria is totally ethnic cleansing and should not be allowed.
State is under assault. There's an attempt at ethnic cleansing in this state and, of course, in all the riverine states of Nigeria. We must resist it. Every one of us must rise up. The armed forces are not neutral. They collude. They collude. They collude with the armed bandits. They kill people, kill Nigerians. They facilitate their movements. They cover them. If you are depending on the armed forces to stop the killings, you will all die.
What T Y Danjuma has said, one, we begin to ask, why now in Plateau State? Why the Mangu local government? Where the governor came from? Is this whole drama going on in Plateau State politically motivated? T Y Danjuma once said in that same video that you just watched, that even the army is not free, that they have colluded and fast-tracked what those bandits are doing. But before I go further,
for the situation in Mangu local government to the whole world to understand what is happening in Mangu at this particular point in time. The military are the ones sending our people away to allow the militia to burn their houses. At this particular point in time, they have sent every Christian away from the new market, and thereby leaving the Muslim to go and burn their houses. They set the curfew. The curfew is restricted to only people within Mangu, within the Christian domain. But in the Muslim domain, they are free to move and do whatever they wanted to do. And not only that, the military has killed 3 of our young men, in which I know one is from my own church. They killed one yesterday. And I reported to the security. He said that it was a fake soldier. At first he said I was lying. Until I proved to him beyond a bow down. Then finally he said it was a fake soldier. I said no, it's not a fake soldier. It's a real soldier who killed him. So I said no, it's a soldier that killed him. Finally they made signal to the soldier and he disappeared. Some of them have switched off their phone. And they allowed the place to be burned down and raised by the people. And this is what is going on even now that I'm speaking to you. But down there, their houses are now at place because the soldiers protected them and they allowed them to burn people's houses. They are not doing anything about it. So we in Mangu local government, as far as Christians are concerned, we don't want the military in Mangu local government. They should pack at their loads and go. We don't want them. We don't need them and we don't want them. Because it's a plan. They have been bought. They have been paid with the price to carry out their duty, what they are doing. So that reason I'm saying, and I'm calling the whole world to understand that this thing should stop. And people should come to our rescue to save us.
T Y Danjuma said, the Khan chairman also emphasized that Nigerian army are facilitating or covering those bandits or terrorists or Fulani herdsmen or militias that are killing innocent Nigerians in Plateau State. And he even went further to say that them in Mangu local government no longer want the Nigerian army again, that they should retrieve back and they should be withdrawn totally from the local government, which doesn't make any sense if you even ask me. But then it is because they no longer trust the Nigerian army. If T Y Danjuma of all people, who is a military personnel in the past, could make such allegation, like I always said, we talk too much. So many allegations continue to come up. We saw what happened, in the past where the former chief of defense staff, among so many other generals, died on air crash. Now, a former general rose up within the last week to ask the president to revisit that scenario and investigate it. High time that the Nigerian government look thoroughly into this allegation and do a proper investigation to end all this. This is painting Nigerian bad in the international community. And for one who is patriotic to Nigeria and hold Nigeria dearly, we cannot sit down and continue to watch our nation being dragged down to the mud every now and then. Anyway, I will leave this to you. Let's have this conversation at the comment section. What do you think about this whole thing? Is there any invisible hand that the federal government of Nigeria is afraid of that warrants them not to end this insecurity for over 15 years? Is there somebody that they are not comfortable to deal with directly that is resulting to all this delay in ending this insecurity?